Sometimes the battles that matter most are the ones nobody sees, the ones that happen inside us, in the quiet moments when we're alone with our thoughts. Today's story will reveal a simple truth that can change your entire life. So listen carefully, because this isn't just a story, it's a mirror. An elderly grandfather sat with his young grandson by a campfire one evening. The boy looked troubled, his eyes filled with confusion and anger. "Grandfather," he said, "today at school a boy pushed me and laughed at me in front of everyone. I wanted to hit him back, but I didn't. Now I'm angry at him and angry at myself for not doing anything." The old man smiled gently and added wood to the fire. The flames grew higher, casting dancing shadows around them. "My child," he began, "let me tell you something I learned many years ago. Inside every person, there is a battle happening, a fight between two wolves." The boy leaned in closer, curious. "The first wolf," the grandfather continued, "is filled with anger, jealousy, greed, resentment, lies, and ego. This wolf is always hungry. It feeds on conflict, comparison, and negativity. When this wolf is strong, you see enemies everywhere. You feel wronged by everyone. You cannot sleep peacefully because this wolf keeps reminding you of every insult, every failure, every reason to be bitter." The boy nodded slowly. He had felt exactly this way today. "The second wolf," the grandfather said, his voice softening, "is filled with peace, love, kindness, hope, humility, and truth. This wolf is gentle but powerful. It feeds on gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness. When this wolf is strong, you see beauty everywhere. You feel connected to people. You sleep peacefully because this wolf reminds you of every blessing, every lesson, every reason to be grateful." The boy sat in silence for a moment, watching the fire crackle and spark. Then he looked up at his grandfather with wide eyes and asked the question that would change his life. "Grandfather, which wolf wins?" The old man looked directly into his grandson's eyes and replied with perfect clarity, "The one you feed." The boy didn't fully understand at first. "But how do I feed them? They're just feelings inside me." The grandfather smiled. "Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take, these are the food for one wolf or the other." He pointed at the boy. "Today, when that boy pushed you, both wolves woke up inside you. The first wolf told you to hit him back, to embarrass him, to seek revenge. That wolf wanted to grow stronger through anger. The second wolf told you to walk away, to choose peace over pride. And you listened to the second wolf." "But I still feel angry," the boy protested. "Yes," the grandfather said, "because you haven't stopped feeding the first wolf. Even now, you're replaying the moment in your mind. You're imagining what you should have said. You're planning what you'll do if it happens again. Every time you do this, you throw meat to the angry wolf." The boy's face showed recognition. It was true. "So what should I do?" he asked. The grandfather picked up a small stick and drew 2 circles in the dirt. "Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. Will you feed the wolf of anger or the wolf of peace? Here's how you feed them." He pointed to the first circle. "The angry wolf grows when you complain, when you gossip, when you blame others, when you hold grudges, when you compare yourself to others and feel jealous, when you lie to protect your ego, when you refuse to forgive." Then he pointed to the second circle. "The peaceful wolf grows when you practice gratitude, when you speak kindly about others, when you take responsibility for your actions, when you forgive those who hurt you, when you celebrate others' success, when you speak the truth even when it's difficult, when you help without expecting anything in return." The boy looked at both circles. "But grandfather, won't the angry wolf always be there? Won't it always want to fight?" "Yes," the old man said honestly. "Both wolves will live inside you for your entire life. You cannot kill them. They are part of being human. But here's the secret. The wolf you feed becomes stronger, and the wolf you starve becomes weaker. Over time, if you consistently feed the peaceful wolf, the angry wolf's voice becomes so quiet you can barely hear it." The grandson thought deeply. Then he asked, "What about the boy who pushed me? Should I just let him win?" The grandfather shook his head. "This is not about winning or losing. This is about who you choose to become. That boy's actions are his choice. Your response is yours. He cannot control which wolf you feed. Only you have that power. He placed his hand on the boy's shoulder. The strongest people are not those who win every fight. The strongest people are those who choose peace when anger would be easier. They are the ones who feed the right wolf, even when the wrong wolf is screaming to be fed. The boy sat quietly, staring into the flames. Finally, he took a deep breath and said, "I understand now. Tomorrow, I will feed the peaceful wolf." The grandfather smiled. "That's all any of us can do, my child. One day at a time, one choice at a time." This story teaches us that we are not victims of our emotions. We are gardeners of them. Every day, through our choices, we decide which feelings grow stronger and which ones fade away. The battle between the two wolves is the battle between who we are and who we could become. It's the fight between reacting and responding, between ego and wisdom, between temporary satisfaction and lasting peace. The truth is simple but powerful. You become what you practice. If you practice anger, you become an angry person. If you practice gratitude, you become a grateful person. If you practice kindness, you become a kind person. Your thoughts are not just passing clouds, they are seeds, and whatever seeds you water will eventually become the garden of your life. So ask yourself, which wolf am I feeding today? With my words, my thoughts, my actions, am I feeding peace or feeding conflict? The beautiful news is that it's never too late to change. Every moment is a new chance to choose differently, to feed the wolf that will serve your highest self. The core message is, we become what we repeatedly practice. The thoughts and emotions we feed are the ones that grow stronger. Remember, the wolf you feed will determine the life you lead. Choose wisely. May you feed the right wolf. That's all for today. See you again in the next story.